Hey guys, welcome back to another podcast for Commander Tax. Here we are at episode 11, which is our 320, our March 20th weekly update.
I guess you can kind of call it a monthly update at this point, so.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because I think the last one was in February, so.
Was it really?
Yeah, I think so. So.
It was a little bit ago.
Yeah, just a little bit. And as you guys know, please like and subscribe. We appreciate all the support that you guys give us. And since you don't want to miss any new and exciting Magic the Gathering content, and don't forget to ring the bell for notifications for when our next video drops. So.
Yeah, and we'll try and get you an update and stuff. I think we missed a couple weeks here and there, but we'll try and get you on weekly and stuff to give you an idea if any new exciting Magic the Gathering news comes out. So.
Yeah, so without further ado, tonight's topics that we're going to talk about is the new game that's coming out for Magic, the Magic Legends, the release of Time Spiral Remastered, and also just some set updates that are coming out in 2021. So, Cory, you want to talk about the Magic Legends?
Yeah, so Magic Legends, if you don't know, because I gotta be honest, I didn't know until last night when I was researching about it, is a new game that Wizards of the Coast has been making. And basically the concept behind it is you're a planeswalker wielding immense magical power, and you're able to walk between dimensions. Or planes, basically. It's an upcoming action RPG video game for PC and consoles, and it'll be like taking Dota or League of Legends and smashing it together with Diablo. It's basically mixing the two. It's how the play style works, and so players can roam like whichever plane they're in. They complete missions, they collect loot and from enemies, and they progress through the game trying to save the multiverse. So even though it's a MOBA, it's going to be a really big game. So it's almost like it's a MMORPG like World of Warcraft and stuff. So it's pretty cool. It's a cool game to see. And so there's going to be 5 playable classes at launch, each governed by one of the 5 primary colors in Magic the Gathering: red, blue, black, white, and green. Each player or planeswalker will have a primary, a secondary, and a utility power like in most MOBAs, but they'll also be able to use spells. And at launch, there will be over 170 spell cards that you can gradually unlock as part of the loot grind. You can construct 12-card decks that cycle through into 4-card hands as combat occurs. And so while you're moving around and you're attacking with your planeswalker abilities, you will also have to cast these spells and manage your mana that gradually, accumulates over time. So, like most games, you got to watch out for your mana or your stamina or some sort of mechanic. And like this, you're going to have your magic deck, and that's going to be like defending your planeswalker and stuff besides your primary, your secondary, and your utility powers and stuff. So, it sounds pretty cool. And beta starts like crazy. Beta starts March 23rd, so only in a few days from now, and it's free to play, but like most games, like Destiny or any other games that become free to play, the cosmetics and the new gear may encourage you to invest money and put money into the game.
So kind of joining off of that is, don't spend money if you don't want to. I mean, if you just want to play the free version,
yeah.
I mean, just don't bother with the cosmetics, because if you're not looking to really get too far into the game, I mean, I wouldn't suggest putting money into it. And also, like, the primary, secondary, and what was the other one that you said?
Utility.
The
power.
utility.
Yep.
You could kind of think of that as what a normal planeswalker would have. A planeswalker would usually have a +1 ability, a -3 ability, and an alt. So I guess I could kind of see the correlation with that.
Yeah.
So
That's going to be a pretty cool new type of game. I'm excited to see what it is, and I'm happy to see that it's free to play, because I think, like most games, like with Call of Duty with Warzone, it's free to play, but then you can get into the Battle Pass and then spend money and get cosmetics that way. And
yeah.
Games like that, they end up making a lot more money with that than actually selling the game or even doing like a season pass like they did in the past. So it's pretty cool to see that, and they'll be able to build their player base, especially because honestly, there hasn't been a lot of publicity around this game. So
I think what gives them a lot of publicity with this game is that they're giving it to consoles.
Yeah.
Like, there are a lot of console people out there. I mean, PC master race. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't quite argue with that. But there's a lot of console players. I mean, me especially. I'm a primary console player, and
Yeah.
I know you were, and now you kind of switched over to PC. But there's a lot of, it pretty much widens their audience to PC and console players, and that just, I think that'll make this game go far.
And it's going to be pretty cool. Which on on a similar note, I mean, if you take it into perspective, just like how they did MTG Arena just launched recently on beta for Android, and soon it's going to be on iOS too. So just by broadening out, by having the console as well as the PC players, hopefully there's collaboration amongst the two, like they're cross-platform, cross-play and stuff. Like, I would hope you'd be able to play with each other, especially in the year of 2021, which, exclusivity is kind of a dead thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But
yeah, it's just another thing to look forward to. And our next bit of news is Time Spiral Remastered just got released in paper yesterday, March 19th. And kind of something that I was researching and some of the stuff that I've watched like on YouTube is you can expect 2 foil old cards in like a booster box of the sets. I mean, that's kind of what I'm seeing. That's kind of what the trend is going towards. I mean, maybe you get 3, maybe you get 1. I mean, it just all depends on what the printing process works. And also another video that I was watching is there could be misprints, because this guy opened a pack and there was a huge misprint on one of the old cards. Like, you know how they seal the packs, there was like the serrated bottom on the card. So I guess there's potential for misprints in these sets as well. I mean, they're probably seldom to be found, but there's still a chance that I saw that you can maybe get some. So
that's cool. Cool.
And depending on the misprint, I mean, it could bring a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, the misprint that he got, I don't know if it sells for a lot, but it was in one of the older cards, or one of the older like art cards. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
So. The MTG and Dota collaboration.
Or D&D.
D&D.
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons. We were just talking about Dota.
Yeah. Sorry.
The Adventures in the Forgotten Realms was announced, and the release date has been set for July 16th. So that's another thing to be looking forward to. All you D&D players out there, I know a lot of the Magic group back where we went to college is really into D&D, so I mean, every one of them that we've talked to is pretty hyped about it.
Oh yeah,
so.
That's for sure. Yeah, and doing a collaboration, I mean, there's going to be like unique mechanics with this set, just like every other set. So I'm expecting a lot of dice rolling, like a lot of dice rolling.
Dice rolling, flipping coins,
probability mechanics, and all sorts of weird stuff. Like, I think it's gonna be cool.
Also, the Innistrad Werewolf set is now known to be Innistrad the Midnight Hunt, and that will be released on September 17th. And it's also confirmed that the second Innistrad Vampire set is now known as Innistrad the Crimson Vow, and it will be released on November 19th, so about 2 months.
Yeah,
just 2 months gap in there, so kind of like a normal rotation, I would say, or maybe like a set. Not as much is known about the Innistrad sets because it's kind of later in the year. However, the Crimson Vow will feature the biggest vampire wedding in Innistrad history.
So, biggest hit in history. My thoughts here is that they're going to set aside their, grudges, and Soren's going to get married to Olivia Valderin. That would be the biggest one in history.
I just hope they don't bring the garlic.
Yeah, right? That's just crazy. I'm excited for both sets. I mean, it's unique to see them. They are pretty close together, so they're only 2 months. Like, literally, you got October, then all of a sudden, boom, ready in November, you got that set. And it's kind of cool to see that, because right around that time, what is it, the Modern Horizons 2 is going to be coming out, too, around that time. So there's a ton of product this year. Like, holy cow.
I mean, hopefully, with everything that's been going on, it'll just bring a whole lot of people.
Yeah. Yep, I'm excited, and I'm excited too. I'm excited for all of the sets that are coming out. We got Strixhaven on the horizon right after, since Time Spiral just released yesterday. So Strixhaven's up in April, and we'll get to see more wizarding schools. Wizarding schools, and so.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot to look forward to in 21 so far. So, I mean, we'll try to keep you guys up to date and all the other news that are occurring. But
Yep.
this is what we got for now. So
Yeah. So I guess we'll see you next week. We'll see you next time.